Hello. Hey, in today's show, first of all, we're going to show you a deleted scene from last week here on this show as well. And then this is our last show of the year. So sad, but happy at the same time because we have so much that's going to go on.
So much to begin.
Yes. And then today, we're just going to shoot the breeze about New Year's and our best year so far that we had and all that. So, hey, we don't know what we're going to say. Neither do you. So just wait and join us here.
Step into the light where the stories glow. The laughter's high and the vibes just flow. Community heartbeats, we're here to show. This is the rhythm of the LDM show. We bring the news, we bring the fun. From the rising moon to the morning sun. Relationships tight where the good vibes run. The LDM show where it's all begun.
All right, welcome back to the LDM Show. I'm Charles Laloma, and this is our last episode. So we're just going to shoot the breeze, and it is New Year's. I do want to talk about what we said last week about New Year's resolutions and the romantic side of New Year's and stuff. Yeah. But I know Rodney has a couple of things about Christmas that you probably don't know, and New Year's about you didn't know because it's history. I love that we bring history in this point.
Yeah. I think it probably is the most important now that they're erasing and changing and manipulating things. It's important to kind of go back and say, okay, well, what's kind of the real thing going on? What happened before? That's reality.
Yeah. and not only what happened, but who was the people that was there? Because they tell you the name of that one face, but who was there in the background? Who? It's just like me and Will Davis from XY101. We're talking about slavery and how the underground railroads, but you never hear them say how the white people and the European people helped build that European that underground railroad. Yeah. It was not just her. You know what I mean?
This is little old black lady just doing everything.
That's why I was like, wait a minute, The barns where the white people used to put them in so they can hide and all this. Everybody was involved in this. So those are the histories I want to know. Rock and roll history. I was just reading about the first station that started playing rock and roll, but it wasn't called rock and roll yet. Forgot what it was called. But he just stood his ground. He was like, I'm going to close up this radio station and I'm going to play what I want. So all the kids at that time, it's just like now, the kids' music now, the adults be like, I don't want to hear that. Of course. Well, that was how rock and roll was over there. He played Tubby Checkers. He played all these people that people never heard of because it was what was like jazz turning into rock and roll type of thing, Like, hey, baby, let's do the twist and all that.
It matched, I think, the vibe of what was going on. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, things are just up in heavels. Like, it's just chaos everywhere. Like, and the kids are growing up in this and they want to communicate that. They want to convey the message that they're in unrest, the 60s, the 70s. So, it wasn't the same life that their parents grew up post-war. That was a different, more conservative, white picket fence type of thing. Yep. And
everybody comes out the same time, get in their car, go to work.
Revolution in the 60s, just revolution all the way. And it started with the music.
Yes, that's why I was like, everything that you notice has music. And music is the soul of anybody. Yeah. Even Alzheimer's, I even proved the fact of music can bring a memory. Yeah. I used to play it for my grandmother. My grandmother used to wake up and be like, oh my God, music I remember him. And she'll start dancing. I'm like, okay, where is she going? Where's she at right now? You know what I mean? Right. So it happens, but just to find out that he closed his station up and everything, and then to find out that Quantum Leap, I don't know if you ever watched that show, they did an episode of that, and that was a true story of what happened. That he went into the past to try to stop the guy from opening the station. Okay. Because if he would have opened it, it would have never came the revolution of rock and roll.
Yeah.
So he was there, had to fight it, close it down, and then fight the people on it, and they won.
People don't know what Quantum Leap is.
Yeah.
They don't have shows like that now.
Well, they bring it back.
Did they?
They bring it back with an Asian guy.
Okay.
But the good thing about when they bring it back, they did not try to say it was new. The Asian guy said, "What if I find Sam in the Quantum Leap again?" She said, "Oh my God, if you find Sam, convince him to come back."
Right.
So it looks like Sam went on his journey, but he said he didn't want to come back. He found something there, and he stood. So that was the whole thing. But they never came back with the second season, I think it is, or
Probably
the third.
Didn't have the funding.
Yeah, but it was good. Quantum Leap it goes through the stories of history, and that's what Rodney does. He sits down, walks around, and tells the history of what's going on.
Indeed.
So,
it's important because you don't know where you came from. You don't know where you're going. And right now we're headed into some places that just don't make sense.
Yes.
So we need to backtrack and figure out what the priority was, and
I gotta tell you that. It was togetherness.
Yeah.
It was togetherness. Because in the 60s...
Definitely not isolation and separation.
No, it wasn't. And that every
no anxiety.
Resolution, I guess, or evolution came with togetherness. Yeah. You cannot have an evolution in the world
with
separate.
One person. No.
It doesn't work that way.
Never in the history of humans has it worked like that.
Nope. And it's not one group. It's different groups getting together. That's what makes it more powerful. Yeah. So to me, ever since 2020 maybe, or 2019 or 18, I noticed that they're dividing people because they know if different groups get together, it's going to be too powerful.
It's always been like that. And that's kind of just to jump back into slavery. That's how, the African-American slave trade started because they said, listen, how can we separate the Irish, the Italian, the Scottish? How can we separate all these slaves and be able to tell who the slaves are? Oh, well, let's just take the blacks and, that way we know,
And they mixed it. They put the blacks, take them to the white area. The white slaves, we're going to take them towards the black area.
We'll give them priority and tell them that they're white now. And now your whiteness gives you a superiority. So you're not anymore a slave. You can actually work out of that indentured servitude and become a slave holder.
And a lot of the whole slavery thing, people got it very twisted because not only blacks were slaves, everybody else was, a lot of people were slaves down from Chinese, Japan, and they mixed it. They didn't want all that group together because they knew if let's say if they would have put Chinese over here with the whites and the black slaves, it would have been crazy because they would have got together and be like, why are we slaves? We more than them. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they separated them for that. But it didn't work because some of the slave owners' kids started realizing this is not working like this. So they're the ones that said, you know what, let's get together. And then, of course, the Catholic Church people, the Amish and all of them, they said, no, we're not supposed to do this. And that's why they made the Underground Railroad and all that stuff. Even though it was not a railroad. All this time when I was young, I thought it was actual railroad.
I mean, to this day, some people still think like
it's a railroad.
It might as well be, right?
Right. But history like that, you have to learn. And I was
it's happening again.
Yes.
So all the chemicals and stuff, I think people are starting to find out everything that's in their food. And, it's been happening for tens and tens of years, All these things are making us stupid, fat, and numb so that we're not paying attention to whatever else they're doing. You know what I mean? A sick person is more profitable than a dead person anyway.
Yeah, because it's not only that it makes you kind of sick, it just makes you not develop the immune system that you need.
No, your immune system, your brain, all of that, just the mindless scrolling, all of that stuff that we've been doing that hasn't been helping us, giving people anxiety, kids killing themselves.
Well, the thing is with the food, it was like, let me knock down your immune system.
Food is the worst.
So how I'm going to knock down your brain? Oh, wait, I'll give you some technology and I'll tell you stuff that you need to know.
Dumb you down. And distract you.
Yep. So listen, for the New Year's, that's what I want for my New Year's resolution is that everyone comes back with their common sense.
Just be a little bit more mindful.
Yeah. If they tell you something, you go, let me see.
Question it.
What happened to that word of I'll take it with a grain of salt?
Because it's easier to just take it than to question it. Then you have to do your research.
No, yeah. Don't question them. They should know more No, I even question my teachers when they used to teach me.
Oh yeah, you have to question authority. Sometimes authority is wrong, and the right authority will admit that.
Yeah, like yesterday, this lady I was waiting for my son, and this lady was teaching another lady about her math. She said, "Yeah, I was trying to explain to the girl that if you take these 2 digits and this 2 digits, if you take this number and you just go like this to the left and down to the right, you'll get that number." I was looking at her like, and then the Spanish lady who was Mexican, she looked at me, and I looked at her, and the teacher just said, "Yeah, that's how." I said, "Mira," in Spanish. I said, "No. You see that it has 2 digits here minus the 2 digits? Put those 2 digits down there. Do it this way." And how much? The girl went like this. 23.
Oh, she didn't teach her how to do it top and bottom.
No, she was trying to teach her her row. You take this last number and this last number, and you. And I told her.
She's been teaching people that all her life, probably.
I said, and she looked at me. She was like, "Yeah, that's the fast way, but this is the way we teach them in school." Oh, so I said, "Why? Why?" I said, "My son, he's 3 grades above everybody, and it's because we teach them get to A to B, quick."
Yeah.
There's no A, B, C, D, and then E to get to your answer. No, it's A and B. Get to the point. That's all to it. So when she looked at me, the girl was like, "Oh, why is this more? This is more simple." So I'm like, wait,
confusion.
Is the school trying to confuse you and destroy you more than they're trying to build you? Like, come on.
I give up.
But the New Year's, let's do this. Let's do this. 2026. We're going to be good.
Let's be more mindful. Let's pay attention. Let's question things.
Yes, yes.
This is our lives, our children's lives that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm, big time. So, and homeschool has developed, and it went 48% higher than it's ever been. So that can tell you.
The way they want to learn. I wish I was homeschooled.
Well, that's what we did with my son. That's why when he went to the school, they was like, "Wait, we have to skip him." Oh. And then he went to the next school. He was like, "This bored." Yeah. And then there was like,
that could destroy a kid.
He said, fractions. And he was like, "So we're going to study fractions." And he was like, "I already know that. I'm up to the quantum fraction and all." I was like, "What?" Like, because my son, he looks at the numbers and he's like, 25.
I could see him in Bronx Science.
And everybody's like, "But you need to show me how you did it." So I told the teacher, "Don't ask my son how he did it. Was the answer right?"
They always want to know how you did it. Write it down and save your paper. I want to see.
No, we poll. We poll. We don't be spending scrap paper. We got to do it up here, because
they used to penalize us for not writing it down.
Well, they did to him, and he got mad. He was crying and everything coming from school.
They destroyed him.
And I was like, "What happened?" He said, "Oh, she over here giving me a B because I didn't put my thing." And I'm like, "What?" I went there and I made her change that. I said, Let me see any of the answers that are wrong.
You can do it right in front of her.
She said, "No, the answers are not wrong, but I wanted to know how he got it." Does it matter how? Listen, when I go to the job and they give it to me, do it matter how I got the job?
I guess to make sure it's not cheating, but I feel like it's not that.
No, but he was in the school taking the test.
Yeah.
So I told her, and he's the only one that got 100. So who are we cheating off of? She gave him the A. She was like, "Oh, okay, that school doesn't like me."
Some teachers hate too.
No, they don't like me. They don't like me.
Teachers hate on the kids because they weren't that smart.
No, because that was the teacher that corrected him 2 times when she was on the board.
Yeah, she's got a personal.
She made a mistake, and she said, "Oh," and then.
God forbid she had to learn something about herself.
No, because I'm a smart ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So my son is getting it. So she said, "Oh, I was seeing who was paying attention." She said, "Sure you was." So since that day, because he told me. He was like, "Yeah, she was trying to make it seem like she was testing us. She wasn't testing us." And since that day, she even looks at us wrong when she be passing right by us.
It's personal.
It's a personal thing. So, but anyway, let's do that. But let's get into some traditional things about New Year's.
What's traditional about New Year's?
Well, that's why I don't really have a tradition.
The ball dropping, the lights, New York City, which I've never. When I didn't live in New York City as a kid, I wanted to go to Times Square. And I think it also was different, but 20, 30 years later, that's not something I want to be anywhere near. I don't want to be anywhere near Times Square on New Year's.
Basically, anything that's too packed, I'm like,
how am I going to the bathroom? Mardi Gras, my phone got stolen. So I'm not doing that.
No, and then plus, like you said, if you move to go to the bathroom, you lost your spot.
You lost your spot.
And you've been there all day, get a good spot.
It's cold. I want to drink.
Now in the 20s to 25s, they normally go there for their first kiss and everything. It's like a magical thing for them.
I think I skipped that boat. You know, I lost that one, but
yeah, no, but I don't like when they was like, oh, for this year I'm gonna do good. You know, it's not this year, right? Your birthday is the year that you say next year I'm gonna do better.
Right.
Not
that's why the
calendar
Chinese
year.
birthday is all the same.
That's why I'm like, why people like, oh man, I can't wait till next year. You should have started 6 months ago when your birthday was.
The thing is, you don't know when you're going to not be here. Okay.
Correct.
So your last day could be yesterday. You don't know what.
Yeah.
If you're going to be around, you don't know. You know.
But with that said, don't go all nilly-willy out there because you'll be like, I'm not gonna know if tomorrow's
living in our last day.
I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna live like oh no. You still gotta prepare yourself in case you are living.
You're gonna leave a messed up legacy.
Right. There has to be a balance. You have to live like there's no tomorrow, but still save like you have a lot of tomorrow.
Right. That's what
it has
exciting. Like, oh, thank you. I woke up another day and I could start over. And
because you wake up and be like, I knew I should not spend that last $5.
That's okay. I'll make 10 today.
You know, so yeah, keep that positive attitude with you because I have a
sun shining today. My God.
I know it sounds cheap, but I got a 2% budget. I take out 2% of anything I make.
I think that's great because a lot of us.
It comes out to $1 sometimes to $2. It depends.
A lot of us spend beyond our means.
Right.
So
before I used to have 25%. But then rent went up. When rent went up, I had to cut down. So I got a 2 to 10% in between. So like even if I find $1, I don't waste that $1. I'll take a quarter and I'll put it in the bank, and now I got 75 cents for me. So right now, like even my son does it, and he has $200 and something in coins that he put to the side.
These are great habits to have.
Yeah,
especially growing. They're great habits.
He has his money that he spends. Like he just lost his. He got like 3 more baby tooth, so he lost this side baby tooth. So, you know, the $5 I put for his tooth. And he's so funny because he put it in a SD card case and I put $5. I said, yeah. And he came out, he said, wow, Tooth Fairy even paid me for the case. And I started laughing. I was like, really? He was like, Dad, were you sleeping or something? You were tired? Because he was like, normally it'd be $1 or $2. I was like, damn, I did put $5.
I don't have change.
But why he did, he said, you got change? I said, for what? He said, for the 5. So I didn't have it, but my wife had $4 and 4 quarters. Yeah. No, he went and he took his $150, put it in the pocket, and the rest he put in his little piggy bank.
Yeah. So that's a great habit to learn. You know, financial literacy, especially
nowadays where even with where Starbucks people are fighting to get raises.
Listen, leave.
No.
Start increasing your skills and looking for another job where you sit behind the desk or something.
Last week, they posted up something saying, we got to win. And then they posted up a picture of Starbucks door saying, sorry, we are temporarily closed. Sorry for any inconvenience.
We don't have no money.
It says, during construction, we need to shut down. Awesome. And people were like, we got to win. Did you just read the paper? It said during construction. They going McDonald's way. Yeah. They're going to be putting that teller. That's what they're doing. Yeah. That's why they call it. It said construction. It didn't say nothing of we don't have employees.
Why else would they be constructing and
because
money?
You're outside picketing, and then when they open that door, see, they're going to give us our why is this robot here?
That blows my mind. How people aren't getting that now. And like I said, with the whole delivery bots and the driverless taxis.
We just talked about that.
New York is going to be, you deliverers and taxi drivers.
Stop complaining, because the more you complain, the more the employers are going to figure out a way how to still get the production with less.
Right, or more production.
Oh, more. Because that's what happened with, it all started, if you think about it, with the car makers. Because before the car makers would by hand. So it took a while to make one car.
The line manufacturing.
And then they made that line manufacturing thing that it just started.
I've seen a little snippet of like some of the.
I've seen it on how it was made, that show.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll check that one out.
I've seen it there.
It looks intimidating.
No, it's interesting how the thing comes. Yeah. You see the guy putting the.
You need less people. All right.
You need, they have 4. 2 on this side, 2 on the other side.
Sorry, Bob. We're going to have to
So
make some cuts.
Matter of fact,
gotta pay for these
Starbucks, McDonald's, fast food places like that. Those were always teenage jobs. When you get that first teenage permit that you can work, you be like, yeah. Or college people that need extra for books. That was never a career job.
For adults, right?
So all of a sudden now these adults want to take these teenage jobs and they like, I want to make a living. Not even the teenagers care.
Yeah.
The teenagers was like, I'm only here to make enough money for school, and then I'm going to get my career.
They had to have a plan.
So what happened from a teenager to adult? Like,
I don't know. That's a good question. You know,
it went backwards.
You choose to go to college or not, you could still own your own business. You know.
Yeah. It went backwards because as a teenager, you're like, I don't want to work, and then as you get adult, I'm gonna work at Starbucks. I don't care. But no, it went backwards.
At your parents' store or your friend's parents' store or something like that.
Yeah, because I worked for extra money on the side in the grocery store, and then I went to a gift shop. I was like, but I knew that was not a career. Even my boss from the gift shop was like, don't get too comfortable. He said, don't get too comfortable here. I was like, why? He said, no, because you. No, he was like, you going to college or something. Right. And he's the one that gave me the $200 to move.
Even then, if let's just say you said, nah, this is all I could do right now. I got kids or whatever the case.
Right.
You knew that the expectation was you weren't getting a raise unless something magical happened in the economy.
Mm-hmm.
This is it for you. Mm-hmm. You might as well get another job or, you know what I mean? Like, that was it.
Yeah.
You knew that was it. You weren't like.
Above. Yeah, we got to change this world back. And 2026, we have to stop worrying about politicians doing it for you. We need to do it.
Nobody's gonna do it for us.
We need to do it. No, I don't care who's a president, who wasn't the president, who did it last, who did it before, who's doing it now. It doesn't worry about it. The whole thing is they're gonna continue doing it as long as we do not picket and we do not fight for the right reasons. Because all these other reasons
disillusionment, like it's not important.
Yeah, if you're fighting for,
if I was a bartender, what do you call it, a mixologist? I would be concerned. But me personally, who I am, I would have a plan.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't be complaining about it.
And they was like, but without us, they would not be able to serve coffee. You know, the same way you got that job, someone else wants the job.
We can serve our own coffee. We just don't because it's related.
You know what I mean? I don't need no one to say my name all wrong. You know, or get my order wrong. I don't
want nobody, the whole store, to know my name anyway.
Yeah. Plus, I'm not a Starbucks person because
you got Dunkin' Donuts. People.
Not even Dunkin' Donuts. That's $2. Yeah. That's $2 to $3. I go to the bodega, 60 cents, $1.25.
Yeah.
And I could pour it myself. Put how many sugar I want. You know
what they use. You know.
Come on.
Even what do you call it? Dunkin' Donuts hot chocolate doesn't taste the same either.
No.
It's like
more. Yeah, and watery down. Before it was like nice and creamy.
Some sort of syrup. We don't know what's in that.
Yeah. So, there you go. That's our beef about leave 2025 behind and let's do 2026 the correct way.
Do it different.
Stop fighting for nonsense things all because your friend is fighting for it.
Right. Think positively. I know it sounds easier than it is, but it takes less energy and it's a different type of energy.
Yeah.
The glass is always half full.
Let's go back to the Christmas stories and stuff like that. The romantic of 3, 2, 1, and they kissing and you see the fireworks.
Hallmark.
Hallmark. Like come on.
Not Lifetime. Hallmark.
Yeah, no, not Lifetime. I don't want nobody killing people.
That's how it is now. It's freaking Lifetime.
Lifetime is all about it. Yep. No, but in reality, if we go back to the musical movies that were out, these were all about being together as one. Magicalness. Now they have these movies separating everybody.
We lost that magicalness about Christmas. Now it's just like a chore. It's like I gotta go buy something.
Especially when they're putting it in September.
Christmas.
Yeah, putting stuff out in September.
Black Friday sale. July.
And they pushing it. And what they got now? This Christmas in July. No.
Oh, that ruins it. Everything.
That ruined everything.
It ruins summer. It ruins Christmas. What's
I see so many events with that coming out. Christmas in July. No, but then again. I do breakfast at dinner, so maybe it's the same thing. I don't know.
No, it's not. No, that's a completely different.
Yeah, I don't like that Christmas in July.
Because now your anxieties and You know, everything you think about, like, it's just all distorted and jumbled together. Like, no.
It's enough. I did a Christmas in the heat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I felt bad. I'm like, why is everybody in shorts? This is Christmas. I was getting mad.
Listen, folks are in shorts today too. So.
Yeah. I was mad. I'm like, never again. But then the next year I went to the hot place again.
No, they want us to consume and capitalize and buy and consume again. And that's what it's about. But it's the spirit. Even in July, there's a different spirit. The spirit is, you know, I don't know, harvest. It's the sunshine, the vitamin D from the sun. It's a different.
I don't know if it's because I was a kid and I don't have to buy gifts, but even if I'm buying gifts, when I go to people's house, it doesn't feel Christmas. Like
nowhere.
Especially in the news, it's all about arguing and all this. I remember back in the days, the news, ABC and all of them used to be like, wow, this guy went to someone's house and gave them all this for Christmas. Look at the lights for Christmas.
The holiday spirit.
They used to always give that holiday spirit stuff. Now they don't.
It's about
you know. Well, now it's about giving. Look at this guy. He gave him the pepper spray. And look at this guy. He gave him the dog biting him. And look at this guy.
Look at this chick. She gave her kids up for adoption.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like all the negative giving they want to do. So we need, and instead of trying to cancel people and black out stores, we're never going to be blacked out because y'all stupid. No store is going to be. Let's black out Target. Let's black out. No, that's never going to happen.
Amazon.
Yeah, that's never going to happen. Instead of black out that, why don't we do a challenge and say black out the news for a week and see how you depress? Like your body will relax a little bit.
I catch the news every once in a while.
I only catch the news in the morning.
Missing something, but even daily, I don't catch the news. Like
I catch it every day around 6:40 because that's the weather. That's when the guy comes out, that black guy that comes out because he's funny when he does his weather.
Oh, that's one.
Yeah, so he does the weather, and then that's it. I don't the morning news, all that stuff because
they repeat it.
It's repeating it, and then you're trying to get me to like what you want. Right. And then when I go read the newspaper or Google or do something, I found out that's not even the whole video. You know what I mean? So that's interjecting something else. Yeah, you got the fear, the confusion, and the anger. Yeah, no. So I don't unnecessary. I don't want to do all that. You know, it's gonna still keep going on. You're not missing anything. Maybe every few days you pop in for 5 minutes. That's it. But it's the social medias be having it too. So there's no need for me. I think that's worse than the news. Yeah, especially depending on who's posting it, because they only want to post half of the story. You know. So yeah. But yeah, I know there's a weather channel because I know somebody's gonna be like, yo, but you can watch the weather channel. You don't got to watch the news for that. No, yeah, but then I got in other places. No, but the weather channel, I'll be like, okay, Cuba. Okay, when is New York? You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta wait. No, I just go there and the guy tells me the weather. Then he tells the traffic. Which the traffic guy, you just need to press repeat because you say the same thing every day. There's a traffic jam on George Washington. It's moving down, and there's there's always a traffic jam or a traffic accident. Ain't nothing special in that. But, you know, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to come back with Rodney letting us know about a little bit of the history. And then we're going to close it up with what we found best of 2025. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
As Christmas comes near, in between checking the list, I enjoy sitting down with some hot cocoa and some cookies and listening to the LDM radio station. So for the whole month of December from 12 p.m. till 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time each day and all day on Christmas, the LDM radio station will be playing holiday songs. Do you have a holiday song and want it to be heard on the LDM radio? Go to www.ldmradio.com and send your song today. So in behalf of the LDM family, myself and all of the people at the North Pole, we send you our warmest this season and have it filled with happiness, love, and festive cheer. Well, I hope you made the good list this year. But don't worry, I will be checking it twice as I sit and listen to Christmas songs on the LDM radio. Goodbye and happy holidays, and keep listening.
Hey, this is Rodney coming at you with the history of today, December 11th. What happened today? Well, in 1271, you got the Yuan dynasty that begins. The shift to the January 1st as the start of the year came with the Julian calendar in 46 BCE. That was before Christ. And that replaced the older Roman calendar. Then we got in 1966, one of my favorites, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That aired for the first time on CBS. Yes. They don't make them like that no more. Now, as far as around the globe and superstitions of today, we got in Spain and Latin America, grapes. Eating grapes, 12 grapes at midnight, one for each chime, brings good luck for each month. In Japan, eating long buckwheat noodles, was that called takahashi soba, something like that, tashohika koshi, I don't know, symbolizes a long life anyway. In Greece, a coin is baked into a ring-shaped cake, that's for good fortune. And all over the world, people wear red underwear because it's thought to bring good luck and love and prosperity. I guess I'm gonna have to wear my red drawers. In China, you avoid laundry and cleaning on January 1st so you don't wash away the good fortune or your loved ones. That's kind of the opposite of what they do here. You know, all the Mexicans, they like to do the laundry before the 1st. What you do. Anyway, now let's talk about New Year's. You know, in New York City, we got Times Square. That started in 1908 when the first ball dropped. And then they banned on the fireworks that led to the creation of the first drop, which occurred in 1907 and 1908. That don't make no sense, but, you know, before the Civil War, we got something that's called a Heartbreak Day. Now, listen up. January 1st was hiring day, where enslaved people were hired out, separating families. It became known as Freedom's Day with the Emancipation Proclamation. Then you got New Year's Rockin' Eve. The first broadcast aired in 1972. I remember that. And you got the Midnight Kiss, the tradition of kissing at midnight. We don't know its origins, but it seems to be quite popular. We also got that mistletoe. I wonder when that started. Now, for sports history, 1961. Miss Wilma Rudolph, fine-ass black female. She was named Athlete of the Year. Wilma Rudolph, as it turns out, was an American athlete known for her achievements in track and field. Look it up. She's good looking. She's fine. All right. Brad Pitt turned 61 today. DMX, God rest his soul. He would have been 55, but he died in 2021. Christina Aguilera, my Lord. She's turning 44. She still look good. Happy birthday, girl. WWE superstars Stone Cold Steve Austin turned 60. Trish Stratus turned 49, and Steven Spielberg turned 78. All right, y'all. That's been Today in History, December 11th. It's Rodney here, and I'd like to tell you Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and be safe, you jive-ass turkeys. All right.
Merry Christmas!
All right. Well, thank you, Rodney, for that.
Yes, thank you, Rodney.
Oop, dropping cups.
Always educational.
High chairs and stuff. I can't even reach the damn floor. But yeah, educate. I didn't even know about like some of the stuff he was saying.
Yeah.
You know, red underwears and grape. Now grapes, really?
Yeah. That was a Spanish thing, right?
Yeah. You don't know. But yeah, you know, the Mexicans, the Latin people, we have to clean our house real good before that year because we don't want to bring any of the negativity.
That's what I feel like, you know. But in China, apparently they do it the opposite. Don't clean, or you clean after that day.
Okay, something we learned. Hey, you know, that's why he's here for. He has not a knowledge. You know, he's from. He looked like he was born in the 40s and maybe 20s. Okay. He's an old cat.
I know. Him and
Don Tito, Well, Don Tito, he's funny.
Been in wars and all of that.
Yeah, Don Tito, I don't know. He'd be talking about he remember it was 18 something. What the?
He's a vampire.
Yeah, but these old people, and they both still think they're young. They're dressing time.
I guess that's how we will get. You know, we see ourselves the same. You know.
Yeah.
Before we look in the mirror.
But again, these are little things that we're going to start doing for our new season. We're going to be doing a lot of comedies and stuff like that. So you won't see us all the time sitting here, talking to you. So we're even going to do little skits, maybe. You know, just to have some fun. Change it up a little bit. Yeah. You know, New Year. So when you guys watch us, y'all gonna forget about the whole world and just laugh and have fun.
Just be present and laugh and
smile. That's it. You know. Yeah, you can throw your little negativities in the comments, but
you deserve to smile.
Yes.
And laughing is good for the soul.
No, but and then he was talking about the mistletoe too. Yeah, that's another thing. Where did that came from?
Probably a man.
He just wanted to kiss a girl. He just wanted to kiss a girl. Say, you know where I came from, the mistletoe. Yeah. And that's how it all started. Or it could have.
The New Year's kiss, I feel like that's an American thing. Somebody came up. We're gonna find out.
But I see a lot of people when every year they show pictures from around the world, like in the news, of people kissing on New Year's and stuff.
I think I may have done it like in a club, but it's not really.
And the New Year's baby, like that, you know. Make it seem like they special.
Right. Shall all acquaintance be forgotten?
They were like, "Who's that new baby?" And the baby born in New Year's, and you know, I was like,
baby.
"Yeah," but the first
one. All about him. They don't even talk about him anymore.
No. So, hey, let's But New Year's to me is great. It's all about celebrating. But like I said, I celebrate
stuff behind the winter blues behind, and look forward to it getting warmer and flowers coming and trees blooming. You know.
But my New Year's is always my birthday. I always say by next year I'm supposed to do this.
How have you grown within the year? What's different?
That's the year that you have to be growing.
I always check my birthday like, all right, how have you grown?
Yeah. And believe me, that 5-year thing that you'd be like, in 5 years, and then you'd be like, oh wow, in 2 more days I'll be 5 years. Like it goes so quickly that you don't realize. Yeah. So I always say plan, but don't plan extreme. Yeah. Things that you know you're not going to reach.
Some wiggle room for errors.
Yeah. In 5 years, I'm going to be in the moon. No, you're not. You know what I'm saying?
You know, you don't want to put all of that stress on yourself. Like, oh, damn, tomorrow's the 5th-year mark. I might as well. No.
Yeah. So always,
life
levels. Like in 2 years, I'm supposed to have, get at least to this. Now, if you're just sitting around waiting for it, you're never going to get it. So, and if you keep, they said no, so I'm not gonna do it no more. No, you know how many no's you're gonna get before that yes?
That's right. You got to get a no, because that teaches you something. You know, it lights a fire under your ass.
And look for that. I always tell people, look for that one thing that pushes you, or that one person. Because for me, I look for that one person that tells me you ain't never gonna make it.
Every no is
you're never gonna make it.
Yes, right.
If I hear that person say, "Oh, so you opened 10 years ago when I started the LDM show that we're sitting on here," 12 years ago, because 2 years of it was a magazine, and then the 10. If I would have listened to that first person that said your magazine and you want to interview celebrities, you would never do it. When he said that, it made me want to do it more, just to show that person. That's who I look for. I look for these negative people.
Just if you know you can do it.
I didn't know I couldn't do it. And when he told me that, I was about to quit anyway, because I was
Look
like,
at that.
every time I keep sending.
That is what God sent you because you needed that push.
Because I was like, I was smart enough to look at the books of the celebrities, look in the back, and it says the publishers. So I used to send emails to the publishers and say, you know, I would love to interview them. But they was like, oh, you're the newcomer. What's your experience? I didn't have none.
You need experience to get experience.
Like, let me get that first one. And
you got to work for free sometimes.
So I did, and then I sent a letter to Barnes and Nobles. And Barnes and Noble was just the one that said, well, you're supposed to contact the publisher, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you in to come in.
Nice.
So
that's something.
When I went in, the first person I got to see was Snooki, and then Miley Cyrus and all these people. So if I would have said no, I would have never got the LDM. And then people started saying,
you would never know.
Right.
It's okay to fail.
Big time.
It's probably better to fail.
Yeah,
I think you have to fail sometimes so that you can succeed. Nobody wants to.
And listen to what's going on around you.
Yeah, you have to learn because you can't just be at the top. And then where is there to go? Nowhere.
So, because I listen, people were like, I love these stories that you write on the thing. I wish there was a show about it.
Message.
So I was like, and then I started doing little interviews and putting them up as I'm talking, and LDM became the LDM Talk Show.
Yeah, see, those are little things that edge you on. You just got to pay attention.
Yeah. So, listen, I don't even care if
that's inspirational.
If a business that I make fails, and they be like, you see, I told you it was gonna fail. I'll be like, I don't care.
So.
At least I had
you lived and you did it.
Even if it was 5 days of a business, I had 5 days as a businessman.
You did it, and you got that experience to take you to the next.
Yeah. So like, if I shut down right now, I'll be like, I'm good. I had 12 years of running a thing, and 6 years or 7 years of running a radio station, and there's people that came through here that now are doing things. So I'm good. I was like, but
like you said earlier, things end. But things begin.
Exactly.
You know, there's a dying and there's a birth.
Like us. This is the ending of a season, but we got the beginning of the new season.
Right.
So, and the new season, we're more driven to do new stuff that we don't even, like we're bringing out characters.
You might like it, you might not like it, but so what? We're going to see, right?
Because Don Tito's been in the shelf for like almost 10 years.
Yeah, he's like,
he's been in the shelf for 10 years. When I bring that character out, I was like, I didn't think people like it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think. And then people were enjoying it because he was funny. But I'm like, so I kept it to the side. And now I bring it out because someone mentioned him.
Yeah.
Bring it out. But then someone said, oh, he's trying to steal my ideas. When this idea was 10 years ago. That even burned a fire where
there you go.
Now I made Don Tito a judge in a court, and I made it a 3D anime just like Rodney.
Build him up and create his character, and he becomes real.
So now we have a 3D anime. Who knows? Rodney probably have a little a series coming there.
You might get a little gold too. So.
You never little gold Two-Fist. Yeah, right. You're playing from the Himalayas. Looking back. Yeah, with AI and all that going, I was like, wait a minute. If AI is going all this, I don't want AI controlling our
human.
Right. So I did AI to say, I told him I want an old 60 to 70 black guy with white fro, and he thinks he's young, but and it gave me Rodney, but it gave me him a little ugly, so I was like, change this, change the eyes, put some glasses, some
artists do.
And then I changed it up. So that part was the AI, but the movements and everything, that's her doing the voices, and then I gotta match her voice and him to move the arms and to do all this,
That's
so
cool.
Because
it's a lot of work he puts into it.
But it's fun because I love doing special effects. So now I'm gonna give y'all the effect, and we love to do voices and things like that. So
it's a passion.
Yes.
And hopefully that's what you feel, our passion, because it's real. So
and then for before we leave, this year has been great. Like we just said, we just grew.
It's been a good year.
Lydia came. when she first came, she didn't really know what to do, what to say. I had to pull her sometimes.
Never did a talk show before.
Yeah, so as she graduated and kept going and going and watching how I talk and how I do,
learn lots of
now she's doing so much. So, and now we can say, hey, now we can pre-record some green screen stuff or some skits and some stuff like that to put in. I'm going to go back to making jokes of the news people, of the people that's doing stuff in the news.
Old. That never gets old.
So you can see how ridiculous y'all guys are looking.
Because now people do it and it's like, is this real? Oh, okay, no, it's not real.
Yeah. We have Love Corner, so maybe we're going to do our own skit of the conversation we're going to talk about, So it happens. A lot of people watch it because you probably be thinking some of these things are real that you're watching. It's not. It's just skits.
Yeah, and then but then sometimes some stuff is real, like that's so bogus on the news now.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is this on the news? But
yeah,
that's news.
If it's on the news, they're trying to push it. It's probably real. If it's on social media, you might not think it's real. Because even the doorbells, they had a whole show.
They're manipulating those too?
Now there's a app that makes it look like it's a doorbell. So you can do little songs like this and be like, I was ringing someone's doorbell.
I'd rather just do it on a real door cam. You know what I mean? And then that's it.
But I question everything. Like this little girl did a whole video on a door cam. And then she rung the bell. Do you mind if we sing a song on your door cam? And I'm like, this is fake. Okay. And my son said, how you know? He says, why will you set up your instruments and do all this to ring on the doorbell and say, do you remember? Right. So that means it's fake because you already had everything set. The drummer was right there, ready to go. And then she said, okay, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then she started playing. Yeah. Please.
People don't think, oh, okay.
She would have been like, oh, okay. We could, thank you, and then run and get their guys,
it would have been more entertaining if you got some hard ass no's, like get the hell off my damn,
get off my lawn. Okay, 1, 2, we're gonna make them love us.
They start throwing stuff, and they gotta run to the next house.
No, I love things like that, especially when they go grab the packages and it blows up. But now people are doing AI blowing up packages. I'm like, no.
It's too extra.
Yeah, I love the realism. Too many
lights, bells, and whistles. And
yeah, we're going to be doing AI stuff, but you're going to tell because there's no dog that talks. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and we don't like to trick people either.
I just did 2 rats talking on the street of New York. So if you think they were real, then something is wrong with you. That's our voices, yes, but it's not. It's not a real rat. So even though the AI made it look like it was real, because the guy was like, the one rat said, wow, some good food here. And the other rat says, yeah, I'm glad these humans keep throwing food on the floor. So the other rat was like, yeah, and they call us animals and everything. So, that's a message. True story. A message trying to tell people. But
true story.
But what was your favorite thing so far this year?
Oh, my God. My favorite thing? I think it was different things, but my favorite thing was finding creative ways to give back and to the community and do stuff for people who can't really do stuff for themselves.
True.
The people who get left out during these cold seasons, We're very fortunate in the age of technology to have lights and things like that and heat, but it wasn't always like that, AC, BC, whatever, AD. Like it just...
If you didn't have the money for your light, you didn't have lights.
So I know people go through depression regularly without those issues. You just got to kind of remember those people.
Yeah, I like that.
And there's less sun. Like all of that plays a part in the mood of the season. So the Christmas spirit is all the more important.
To get back.
That was the whole reason why it started, and they mixed it with, Christianity and stuff like that, because it's depressing. It's dark and it's cold,
So, we're going to be signing off, and then we'll be back in 2 more weeks or a week or so after January. Yeah. And we're going to be coming out with ideas and stuff like that. Now, you probably won't see us, but we're going to be seeing each other because we have to go through all this stuff that we're going to be doing. But also, like she was saying, check your elders because them too. You were talking about heat.
Especially if they're alone.
If they heat and stuff. Some of these housing, sometimes they don't give heat, and the elders don't have like a heater or something. So check up on them. Some of them don't want to come out because it's cold. they get depressed because their family don't go visit them. So
they don't want to ask for help.
Yeah, me and my son, we go once a week in this one building where my grandmother lived, and we go from the 14th floor and we walk all the way down to say hello to everybody.
So let me ask you, is that one of your favorite things?
Yeah, I love it. I love how when I used to live in that building, I used to open my door on Thanksgiving, and then people come in my house and go on the table, eat, and then they'll leave. You know, all the elders come in and hey, hi. You know, and then the ones that couldn't get off of the bed, I used to go up and give them the food. And then sit with them, not just give it to them, but sit with them for 5 minutes.
God has a special place for him in heaven.
No, I just, because
it feels good.
Because my mom and my grandmother always said, you know, we didn't have. And my mother used to always be like, oh my God, I don't have. And then when somebody knocked on the door, excuse me, do you have some sugar or something? Yeah, espérate, I'll give. And I used to be like, that's my last sugar, girl. Are you going to give it to somebody?
But that comes back to you.
But she didn't care. She was like, but you know why? Because they needed more than us, probably. We'll wind up getting sugar somewhere.
You should need something more.
Right.
You want somebody to just offer you something.
Yeah.
You know, so, it's about.
And then the whole building started doing that. Back in the 80s, everybody used to give like, well, what you need bread? Okay, I need spaghetti. So the whole building, because my mom used to put a table in the front and put leave it and take it. So you leave something, you take something. So she started a table like that, and because back in the 70s and 80s, if you owe light, they shut you down. Here you'd be like, well, can I have a 7-year extension? You know what I mean? Like, okay, you can pay $2 a month extra. Back in the days, there was not.
We'll charge you interest.
Yeah, back in the days, that was not that. You have it or not.
Right.
That's all I need to know. You have it or not.
On it or off.
So, you know, we had candles. We had, you go to buildings, you see the extension cords from the house going into the hallway building, you know, and charging them their lights. So, but we managed. We had, rent parties back in the 70s. And, well, I think it started probably in the 50s.
What's that? Is that like a lottery?
No, you have a party in the house and people come in and give like $2, $1. And all that money is collected to help someone that couldn't pay their rent.
Okay.
So they call it a rent party.
Man, that's a generous thing.
Yeah, so in the 50s, I think it started, or 60s, I'm not too sure.
When you had community?
When you had the community raising each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that beat each other's kids.
Yeah. You couldn't even.
I told you, mother, I beat your ass.
You couldn't even lie and be like, oh, I was here. You were there? Mm-hmm. Well, Miss Mitchell said she seen you down the block.
Down there with Bobby.
Yeah. So and those times not everybody had telephones, but for some reason the mothers and fathers got the messages.
CCTV,
they still got the message no matter what. You be walking up the block and the gossip is already going towards your house.
There.
And then you come in and your mother's right there waiting. You were like, oh,
I heard.
Does she know? Like, oh my God. So she know, because you had that one person in the window looking out. Boy, where you going? To the store? Okay, here, buy me a pack of Newports.
Yeah.
And
that's worse than the CCTV, because it's like, damn.
She knew everything. You had that neighbor.
Yeah.
And I show my son, that's what you have to do again. Yeah. You know? So
it's important because people get left out. So
yeah. Yeah, we're signing off here, but I have one more event with my son, which is Christmas with the elders. So we're going to be doing pictures, dancing with them,
teach your kids,
giving them food. Yeah. So I used
to volunteer. What do you call it? Like Rutgers football stuff.
Yeah.
Giving out hot dogs and crap.
I still want to do the Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving, but everyone that I volunteer for, they normally do it before Thanksgiving. Yeah. Which I don't mind, but I see my family a lot. I want to, have that one moment in Thanksgiving with different people.
Yeah.
And just sit down.
It's not just about family.
Especially not the people that are poor and they don't have that much money. I want to spend it with the homeless. Sit down with them and talk to them. Yeah. Because they probably have stories that you don't even know.
They do, and I check them out every once in a while. I used to do outreach. This one woman, for 2 years, we weren't able to get her house because she just
mentally,
paranoid.
Because I remember, I know we're closing down, but I remember this one guy when I was working in a gift shop. He was about 14, 15 years old, and he stinked.
It's reality.
He stunk though, coming down. You can smell him when he was coming, and he had pants on top of pants on top of pants. Okay. And then he used to always come to me and say. He used to come to me and be like, "Hey, Charles, how you doing?" Because
you were friendly.
I told him my name and everything, and I was holding my breath though, talking to him. But he used
Get in
to.
your mouth.
Yeah, I was like, you see everybody in the store running, and I was like, damn, I got to be outside watching.
I don't like that. That's hard for me. It's offensive.
Right. But I was trying to run too, but it was too late because now one person has to be outside to watch the toy. So every time they didn't say nothing, they seen them, they run inside. Yeah. But I talked to him. But bottom line is, one time here comes a limo, and a lady comes out, goes straight to him, blah 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 blah, and then you hear him cursing her out. So I was like, ain't this be that this girl want to come out and act like she big and then cursing him out? So I went. I said, Miss.
So who started?
I said, I don't even know. I was like, Miss, why are you cursing him out for? And she said, she said, you need to mind your business. I was like, no, he is my business because he come out. And she was like, and he came out, he's like, you don't be talking to my friend Charles like that. And she was like, oh, you know him? Yeah, he's the only nice guy here that be talking to me. He give me food and everything. Here he is. He was the owner of the 3 buildings across the street. She wasn't bitching at him. She was telling him, you need to come back home. Yeah. You have a family. Stop living in the street. Yeah. And she told me.
They usually want to live in the street.
But he said he got mentally disturbed after the parents died. Yeah. They got killed, and he was there, so it messed him up.
It's hard to get past that mental health barrier because
each person in the world has a story. Oh, I don't care how tragic or nice or big, or maybe their family threw them out, or maybe they just couldn't handle it. But each person has a story. For one moment of you listening to them,
change their life.
A smile. Hey, how you doing? I'll be smiling to the crackheads. I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Yeah. Hey, and they be smiling with me. And I tell my son, that one smile, maybe that one person was just going, because my teacher told me a story about a guy was going to kill himself.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
He walked outside, and this one person looked at him and said, hey, how you doing? You're looking good today. That he forgot what he was supposed to be doing. He smiled. He went back home. The whole experience. So let's try that
for magical like that. A smile. Smiles are contagious, believe it or not. That's one of the things I learned.
Don't make it too flirty, because then I'll be like, yo, what's your number?
No, they really are. Because when you try to sell somebody something, they'll smile. They will. Even if they don't know why.
You smile, they smile. If they don't smile, something up here is wrong with them. Right. It's just like if you yawn. Deep in there. If you yawn and the person don't yawn, they basically what we call borderline psychology.
Disconnected?
Yep. Because a lot of the psychos and the serial killers don't yawn when you yawn.
Sometimes I don't yawn when other people yawn.
Yeah, but you get a little tired.
Watch out now.
You get a little tired. You be like, oh, damn, I'm a little sleepy. Because you're seeing it. You know what I mean? So even if you yawn, your body gets a little tired because you watch that. Yeah. So, but again, Happy New Year's. Stay tuned and
be safe.
Yeah.
Share the love. Because you only get it one time a year. Oh well, you should be all year, but at least do it this time of the year.
Yep. But we're off. But you're gonna see a little bit of last week. The whole clip will be on our page. So we'll see y'all in a week or two. But we're gonna still be posting. That's right. That's not gonna change.
You won't miss us too much.
See you in 2026. That sounds like a long time, but it's only
2026.
It's only 2 weeks. See ya.
Step into the light where the stories glow, the laughter's high and the vibes just flow. Community heartbeats, we're here to show. This is the rhythm of the LDM show. We bring the news.